Happy 2020, Libra. It's Kat's Real Life Mystic Tarot. And I'm happy to be here to give you, finally be here to give you your reading. I got real busy with work and life in general. So it's late. It's more of a mid-month reading. I guess it could carry on through mid-February. And I am going to give you a kind of a quarterly overview of 2020. So the first 3 months, just to get your energies, just so you know what the beginning of the year is going to look like for you. I had an very interesting meditation where I found you in the forest and you were entering or embarking upon entering a fairy ring. And a fairy ring technically is, when fungus, mushroom type fungus, I don't know if it's a basilia, something. Anyways, they grow kind of in a circle because their mycelia underneath go in that direction, and cause it to form kind of a ring, which is very, unique. And because I was thinking of mycelia, I started to think of all the things that go on underneath in the dirt. You see the mushroom caps up there, the fruiting bodies, but underneath there's this wealth of activity going on where there's storage of energy, there's asexual reproduction, the segments and things that the growth underneath. And what I took from that as I kind of lingered on this meditation is that there's something really powerful underneath the surface of what's going on with you right now. And, I'm guided to kind of tell you to continue to and begin to get in touch with your inner forces, what's really going on underneath that's causing or creating what we see on the outside, Libra. So whatever we see on the outside has its underpinnings underneath and what's going on. And there's something magical about it, because I did see, I could have had any vision, but I had a fairy ring, which is considered a very, magical place to go into the middle of a fairy ring. Anyways, Libra. So what I have here is, I'm going to take the bottom of each of these decks to give me a message for your first 3 months of 2020. So I'll start here. And I have orphaned. Orphaned. Let's see the other cards. And the unexpected. There's something very interesting about these two. I mean, again, the fairy ring. And here you are in the center with somebody. So this might be what's unexpected. And I see here, like, you go from sorry about the glare, guys. I think it might be my computer. Let me see. No, it's not. Okay. So going from the orphan, the singular person here, to within the fairy ring. Maybe, and this is the unexpected is the name of this card. So maybe from going within, you're going to find out what choices you make, what behaviors you have, the things that cause you to make certain choices romantically, or, could have to do with work or profession as well. Okay, let's get our tarot card for this. Ah, look at that. The sun. The sun. Excellent. So again, I'm seeing a little bit of a partnership energy here. Now, I'm not saying like these are two ladies, and that could be your partnership, but it also could be a friendship. And it's not necessarily two ladies. Nothing is gender specific in this. But I see the sun. This could be a Leo energy, but it may not be. And someone who is not a Leo can act like a Leo because they can have a Leo ascendant. So I don't like to get attached to that, but I want to say creative energy. This is a partnership energy. This is a fun energy. This is a, life is beautiful energy. So that's coming up for you in 3 months. So we went from orphaned to the sun to the unexpected. So something's preparing to happen. And the advice is, let spirit be your guide. Let spirit be your guide. So listen to your intuition. But it looks like you're going to have, like, you may not even be thinking you want a relationship, a friendship, a partnership. You may be very comfortable in this orphaned position, the victim position, you know, feeling alone. You might be comfortable there. But something unexpected is going to happen. And it's going to be somebody who's, it looks like it's a person that's going to come along and really be a true partner to you. Doesn't have to be a romantic partner. There's nothing that says it does, but it could be. Okay, so let's move on with the reading. And also, I wanted to tell you, this is the card I pulled for you, the Star, which is fantastic. I mean, beautiful. Look at that card. Okay, so you're coming into your own, and this one's, it's really for the next 3 months. Coming into the beginning of this year, there's some realizations, there's some self-esteem, there's some beauty that's coming through for you, Libra, this first 3 months. And I see it as kind of an unexpected appearance of someone that becomes important to you. So let's do your January. I think this is the Visconti-Sforza deck. This is an ancient deck. Very beautiful. Turn these around so it doesn't look like you can see the cards. If we could choose our own cards. Anyway, okay, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to go over just your major arcana. So these are major areas of your life where there will be activity. So let's go to your 6th house of work. We have the Devil. So there's someone that's very jealous of you, that wants to undercut you, undermine you. In your 10th house, I want to say, is the remedy for that. I think there's a saying about this. How to really conquer your enemies, I believe, is by being joyful. Being joyful is what really conquers your enemies. They can't get to you. So this person, and they meet this, what can they do with that? That's not what they want. They want to get to you. So basically, Libra, you just be you in your joyful space. Let this person fester in their own nonsense. But that's at work. Otherwise, work seems fine. 11th house, social groups. I want to say that you are the emperor in a social group. So you may have a business, you could have an online business, you can have a side gig, something involving social groups or online, anything. And we'll clarify, because right now I'm not real sure. Something in the home, 4th house. You're having to look at things a different way. We're in your 4th house. You're having to look at things from a different perspective, from somebody else's perspective. That's why you're upside down. It's not your normal view on things. You're being forced, and it's not really very comfortable. But there's things that are happening in your life that are forcing you to stop your own natural tendencies and to really visualize the situation from another's perspective, from a different perspective, that type of thing. And your 4th house, your 5th house, we have, looks like celebration. Now there's 4 people in this card. A lot of people think it's a soulmate 1111 energy. Can very well be. But in your 5th house, I do see that there is something to celebrate. And when we go, let's see. When we go to your 7th house of committed relationships, I see the Ace in reverse. So not so quick. maybe just really use your head a little bit. If you're thinking about committing, use your head a little bit. Nothing's saying that there's anything wrong with the relationship. It's just saying put your head also where your heart is. Really think about commitment, that type of thing, Libra. Okay. Now, in your second house, when we were talking about relationships, I have Two of Cups. So your second house is talents. It's also money, your money. It's possible this person that you're interested in does have money. Maybe a moneyed person, and this could really increase your personal spending, you know, and it's soulmate energy here. But again, it's telling you in the seventh house before you make a commitment to really think, you know, money isn't everything. And someone with a lot of money can make you very unhappy as well. So really, you know, take your time, think it out. But it does look like there's somebody that may have money, come from a nice family, that you're interested in, and they're interested in you, but you haven't as yet thought through everything. And it's not discouraging you. It's just saying, know what you're getting into. So, seeing things from a different perspective. Take a look at everything there. Okay. All right, so let's move to the clarifiers. This is a ViceVersa deck. It doesn't really have an upside down meaning. It has kind of a backwards and forward. You know, no reversals, but kind of has reversals. It has kind of a... You'll see. You may be familiar with it. Okay. All right. So I want to talk to you a little bit about how you're coming across to others, your self-image, what's going on with you personally. This is your first house. We see some disappointment and you haven't met all of your criteria. I feel that you're imposing on yourself certain standards that you're unable to meet. And so then you're not feeling good about yourself. So you need to examine your standards and where they came from. Again, the fairy circle, how things are happening on the outside. Look a little deeper at the origins of where this is coming from. Where is this coming from? That your demands on yourself are so high that you can't meet them, that you feel like you're failing in some level. So it looks like you know about this because it's in reverse. I think you know about this Eight of Swords energy and you're working to overcome it, but there's still a little sense of disappointment, a little sense of not achieving quite in the way that you want to. Everything takes time. You know, you can't rush it. Things come in time. And sometimes the things that we want for ourselves, the things that we expect for ourselves are not in our best interest. So when there's a lot of continuous delay on something that we think we want so bad, know that it could be, you know, universal energies that are telling you, no, it's not for you, or no, not right now. And it's no, you know, it's your egoic mind that wants certain things. So anyways, enough said about that. I just want to say, okay. All right, Two of Cups and Empress. Okay, in your house of values, this is a house of talents. This is a house of yourself. I just want to say, for some of you, pregnancy is totally in the picture. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. Health, consciousness. Yeah, there's a possibility that this could manifest January, or thoughts of this will manifest. But yeah, and if you don't want to be pregnant, take the proper precautions because there is something here that could happen. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to your fifth house. Relationship. Okay, so I have the Four of Wands, and I have the Ace of Swords. And remember, Ace of Swords, commitment, and this is, I believe, okay, this is the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is telling you, keep it to a love affair right now. Don't rush into a commitment. Take your time, as I was saying. Think about it. It's ironic that we have two Ace of Swords. The one dealing with commitment is upside down. The one dealing with love affair is right side up. Okay? So it's saying slow down. Don't rush to the commitment, Libra. Excuse me, Libra. This may be a good relationship. It may not. Time will tell. Use your head. And meanwhile, totally enjoy what's going on in this honeymoon period in this time, for those of you that are having it. For others of you that don't have anybody in mind, keep your eyes open, because this is really, really fun, beautiful, lovely love relationship. There's no guarantees on the commitment scene, because we have to watch to see how things unfold in that area. The work devil, yeah, again, the devil at work. Yeah, look at him sleeping. He's like, you don't really faze me at all. I'm at peace. And this is basically your energy. And here, you know, we were saying like being joyful is the worst thing you can do to the devil energy. Also, being brilliant at work is the worst thing you can do. So Three of Pentacles is, you're brilliant. You know, Libra, you're really good at what you do. Continue being great. Let them be jealous. Let them hate that you're happy and brilliant. You know? Keep going, girl. Or guy. Okay. So, just very interesting. This is the Queen. I have to check sometimes, but she's very armored. Okay, so this is the Queen of Swords, and this is the Queen of Swords. In your 8th house. Okay, so your greatest enemy to me is your thinking. Sometimes your thinking is right on target, and sometimes it's not. For some of you, the 8th house is your psychological, the thoughts in your mind. This could be like the thinking can be very negative or can be very positive for some of you. For this can also, this house, and this is for a very small percentage, I'm not getting a strong feeling for this, but this is also taxes, this is inheritance, this is any occult undercurrents or something like that. Be careful where your thoughts are going, you know. You might even want to consult with somebody, but be certain you get the right person. Be careful who you consult with on money matters, because you can make a very bad choice. This Queen of Swords in reverse, very cutting, very sharp, very to the point, very, they kind of want to cut you down, make you feel that you're somehow inferior to them. Avoid them for any advice. This Queen of Swords in the upright is very intuitively intelligent about your monies. So this can be investments as well, anything like that. So that could be going on in your 8th house. And it also can be your mental thinking flipping back and forth from this. Okay, so 11th house, we were talking about, we have the Emperor, something in a social group. And I see the 4 cups here. There's an interesting social group, possibly business. I'm trying to see if anything else comes. You're not impressed by it, but it has potential. It's a offer maybe coming through LinkedIn or one of those things that you're just not that impressed with, but you should check out. You should check it out. Something from online media. You might be getting offers, but you're just not seeing any of them as being really very viable, something like that. So, yeah, but there is potential here. 11th house, social groups, networking, that type of thing. Okay, and in your 12th house, okay, 12th house is something that's going on that you're not aware of, something under the surface, something that's happening, but you're just not consciously aware of it. So we have the 10 of Swords here. So the end of Tens are always ends. So it's the end of a bad situation. End of a bad situation. And justice is served. Justice in the upright, karma. So if you went through something or are going through something, trust that. Karma will take care of it. They won't get away with it. You don't personally need to involve yourself if you're experiencing that. So yeah, if someone is going through some kind of difficulty, extreme difficulty like this, karma, justice will come. And it can be converse, Libra. So if you're doing something, you know, if you're doing something, karma will prevail in this situation. Something in the back of the scenes, something that is not, that's secretive for some of you. Okay? So basically, beautiful relationship. Keep it on the kind of casual right now. Enjoy this time. Don't rush to commitment. Be careful. You could get pregnant. That's a very big possibility. Watch what's going on in your head. Or be careful of someone dealing with your money. That's not on the up and up. Or you attacking yourself. And that's totally possible with the first house. You're kind of monitoring that. You're fabulous at work. Just keep being fabulous and let the devil do what he must or she must. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And like I said, dig a little deep. What's happening on the outside comes from something deep down for you, the fairy ring. There's something magical going on with you where you're starting to have some understanding of where energies are coming from. And maybe this is even not even from your past. Maybe it's from ancestral past. I mean, there's energies that are coming up for you. So really interesting for you, Libra. Any more information for Libra for January? Anything you could tell me? I see soft clouds passing by. Summer is a good time for you. Beautiful time for you. Anything else? Oh, mermaid's love. I do think there is this very special love relationship. Maybe summer's the time when you guys will start thinking about commitment for those of you where there was someone like this. And I see these beautiful clouds on a summer blue sky. Beautiful. Yeah. So I feel very positive about your relationship. But don't rush it. Don't spoil. Be here now, because it's the best part even sometimes is prior to the commitment. Enjoy the honeymoon. It's not really the honeymoon. It's the newer relationship, or I don't know. Anyway, that was your 2020 January and your quarterly reading. Libra, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a beautiful month. It looks like you will. And I'll talk to you later. Please like. I always forget to say this and nobody does. Like, subscribe. Leave me a message. Leave me a comment. Let me know how it's going. Okay? Thanks, Libra.